Welcome, friends from all over the world. Our live streaming will officially begin very shortly. Feel free to sign in and let us know where you are from. We will make an effort to mention each of your names to enhance our connection. So we have Horse here, Raptor is here, Sophia is back. Many people are joining and they have joined now. So just want to make you sure that to better observe this session and content of today's live streaming, please prepare pen and a paper for a note taking. This live streaming is a problem oriented, so please engage actively. Let's get started. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Aditya. Remember the name Aditya, and I'm a live streaming analyst for today. With 7 years of experience in financial market, I specialize in trading strategies using fundamental analysis across diverse segments like equity, commodities, derivatives, and metals. So these are the segments which I deal with. Also, I have managed portfolios worth over rupees 100 crores and have guided countless clients to achieve consistent profits in their investment. Please type your trading aspiration on the string and I will read them loud. Just write your trading aspiration. So we are seeing that most of the trading aspirations are short term intraday. That's great. We also have a long term investor here present out here. Hi, long term investor. I hope you are making a lot of profit, right? So mostly if I look, there are mostly people are following short term trading strategies. Once again, welcome you to our live streaming. Now let's ask, does anyone in this room know how to do short term trading? If you know how to do short term trading, just reply one. And if you don't know how to do short term trading, just reply two. So, have you heard of multi-bagger stocks? Just let me know. Have you heard of multi-bagger stocks? Reply one if you have heard about the multi-bagger stocks, and if you have not heard about multi-bagger stocks, just reply two in the comment section. So we can see many replies coming up. Just one, and it's two also for those who have typed two. For those who have replied to, don't worry. Don't worry about that. You will understand what multi-bagger stocks are by the end of this live streaming. So don't worry, we are here to provide you with all the guidance and make you understand about the multi-bagger stocks, and you will be very proficient in choosing multi-bagger stocks by the end of this live streaming. So we have the first question to our viewers. Can you make money by trading stocks? Just reply, guys. Can you make money by trading stocks? Just reply one if you think you can make money, a lot of money, and a consistent money in the market by trading stocks. And if you don't think you cannot make money, you cannot make consistent profit, just reply two. Let's see the responses. So we have all the replies coming up one. So most of you who are watching this video are very well aware that you can make money, and few of the replies we have seen are two. So I guess you are making a lot of losses and you have been not been able to understand the market clearly, right? For those who have type 2 and they think they cannot make money by trading stocks, just remember, trading stocks can indeed make you money and it can be quite profitable. Trading stocks will be profitable and can make you a lot of money. Question 2, do you think how to pick good stocks? Do you think how to pick good stocks? Do you know how to pick good stocks? Reply with one if you do, and two if you don't. Most of you replied with two. Don't worry, I will share the company decade long experience and stock trading with you during this session. By the end, everyone is in this live stream will have a substantial and profitable stock picking strategy. Don't worry about that. Most of you will be known to pick this profitable stock picking strategy through our company decade long experience in the stock trading. So we have another question for you. What do you think? Like, what's the logic behind a stock rise and stock fall? What's the logic behind it? Reply with one if you know. If you know what's the logic behind the stock rise and how the stock falls, please reply one in the comment section. And if you don't think and if you don't know the logic behind the stock rise and fall, the please type 2 in the comment section. The logic, talking about the logic is very simple: buying low and selling high. So this is the logic: buying low and selling high, right? So what drives a stock from its low point to its high point? Reply one if you know what drives the stock from its low point to its high point, and two if you don't. Most of you don't know the answer. What is the answer? Any guesses, guys? What will be the answer? What drives the stock from low point to the high point and make the stock rise consistently? The answer is funding. So we have got our answer, from which the factor which drives the stock from its low point to high point, its the answer is funding. Please type funding on the screen and take a note. Please type funding on the screen, guys, and you make sure you are taking a note of it. To find good stocks, focus on funding. Just remember, you have to focus on funding to find the good stocks in it. So just have a look. We have this presentation. Can you find the operator's code to find the multi-bagger? Just have a look. We will let you go through. So we have our first section, how to fall in love with multi-bagger stocks at first sight. So we will make you understand about each and everything. The stock market, we're talking about the stock market, right? What drives the stock market from low point to high point? So the answer is funding. So what we have to look in terms of funding, right? How the funding takes place, how it is making a good levels. So first point, we have a market where money piles up, right? So a market where money piles up, just look at the levels in the market where money is piling up and trying to gain the momentum on it. So secondly, we have find the operator force in the market. How we will find the operator force in the market? We will be teaching about that also. So we have to find the operator force in the market. We know operator plays a very important role, and through understanding their strategy, we can make a lot and lot of profits, the lot and lot of profits through it. So thirdly, we have finding the leader among the operators players is the key to stock selection. So we have seen in many of the stocks there are many operators who are operating that stock, right? There are many operators in the stock. We have to find the leader among the operators, and we have to know who are the leaders, and that will be the key to stock selection for all of us, right? So talking about multi-bagger stock selection, analyze whether the stock has an operator force or not, right? In part 1 we will be analyzing the stock whether it has an operator force or not, and secondly we will be analyzing how much the operator force has built up position. So this is the thing we have to look. Talking about multi-bagger stock selection, what will be the multi-bagger stock selection, guys? So we have to go, there are many stocks in the market, correct? So there are many stocks in the market, there are many ways to select a stock in the market. We have to establish a simple, effective and feasible techniques to pick up that stock, your own multi-bagger stock selection method, right? So just to get it, what is the last question for you? There are various type of funding available in the market, such as main funds and retail funds. Which one should we focus on? Just reply, guys. Which one should we focus? Either we should focus on main funds or we should focus on retail funds. Reply with 1 if you think we should focus on main funds, and 2 if you think we should focus on retail funds. Trading stock is all about following main funds. Just remember, trading is all about following main funds. We have to follow the operators, and then only we can make money. And two, if you think we should focus on retail funds, I am sorry, you are wrong in that. Trading is all about following the operators to find good stocks. Focus on operators, where they are operating, where they are making the positions. Please, right, the session will center around the operators and main fund. Many retailers don't know what to follow. Like we know many retailers, they just follow in coming in greed and fear, right? And they follow retailers more, they just follow their family relatives more than the operators operating in the stock. So it's not a correct thing. We know it's not a correct thing. They usually stand against the operator, the main funds, and lose their money. Do you think that many of the retailers stand against the operator and lose their money? Whereas the institutions, the operators, the main players present in the market, right, the major players makes money. They are the major profit taking from the market. Retailers like us, retailers like you and me are butchered in the market and are not able to make profit. Why? Because we are not able to understand the code of operator. We are not able to understand where to take position, where to sell the stock. We have been getting trapped for many days. We have been getting losses in the stock market. So if you want to get out of that, if you want to make sure that you want some profit, we have to go with operators, we have to go with their flow and understand where they have started making the position, where they are making their positions, and where we should enter that stock and make their profit. We have seen there can be many operators in the stock, right? There can be old operators which is driving the stock, there can be main operators which have entered recently and will take the stock high. So we have to analyze all of the operators on a continuous basis and understand if the stock is going to high, if the stock is going to be high, or it will be stagnant, or it will be falling, right? So we have to understand each and everything to get and best return possible for ourselves. So for retailers who follow retailers, they are wrong. It's not correct to follow the retailers. It's the funds without the operators are not even worth touching. Just remember that. They We have seen retailers like you and me just usually stand against the operator and lose their money, whereas the institutions, the operators, make money. If you agree with me in all of this point, please enter one, and if you do not agree, please enter two, right? Please enter two of it. We have seen in the Securities and Exchange Board of India data, that SEBI data, that more than 90% of retail investors lose money. So who are the major gainers? Who are making money? So it's all the operators, all the 5 to 10% people who are making money are either related to operators or are operating that stock. That retailers only make money, and 90% of the retail investors lose money. Why? Because they don't know about the main funds and how they operate. As a result, they continue to lose money. So as a result, they continue to lose their money. So we have our session divided into two parts. So today's session will be divided into two parts. First, analyzing whether the stock has the operator main funds in it, and analyzing how much operators have accumulated till now. So first of all, we will be analyzing how, if the stock is having any operators, are stocks having any operators or not till now, and how much stocks the operators have accumulated till date. We only trade stock with operators in it. Just remember, the guys, we only trade stocks with operators in it. We do not even touch the stock which have do not have the presence of operators or main fund, because stocks without operators, main funds, are not worth touching. So they are not worth touching, guys. Today's session is quite basic, and tomorrow's session will be fully focused on practical content. So that is the thing. Tomorrow's session will be fully focused on the practical content. By the end of tomorrow's session, what will happen by the end of tomorrow's session? Everyone in this live streaming will be able to pick stocks independently. So be ready. There are many stock picking methods such as technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and emotional value analysis. But the key to focus is on operators. Right, next we will deep dive into how to establish a simple, effective, feasible, and personalized method for picking stocks. Now, talking about your categories, we have many investors. Some are new, some are intermediate, and some are expert here in the live streaming. So, I will categorize you into the three groups. First group will be called beginners, right? They are new to the market, they don't have any personal strategy, trading randomly, right? So, we will call them beginners. Secondly, we have seasoned traders. They are long time traders with unstable performance. We have seen most of the people we see are seasoned because they are from long time in the market but with inconsistent profit, unstable performance as of now. And thirdly, we talk about experts with no personal strategy and consistent profits in it, right? So they don't have any personal strategy but they are able to make a consistent profit. Please reply with your category and I will adjust the pace and depth of my explanation accordingly. Most of you are beginners, so I'll explain things slowly and thoroughly. We can see most of you are beginners, right? So I will explain the things very slowly and thoroughly, so each and every one of you are able to grasp the essence of this session. Do Does anyone know? Do you know what data the exchange provides? Can anyone let me know what data the exchange provide? Reply one if you think it's a price, and two if you think it's a trading volume. The exchange only provides two types of data. Just remember, the exchange only provides two types of data. First is price and second is trading volume. So to learn stock trading, focus on the original data from the exchanges. I will focus on candlestick charts and trading volume over the next few days to teach you how to pick good stocks. Have you studied candlestick charts and trading volume? Reply one if you have, and please type price and trading volume on the screen. Now let's see how to identify main funds. Let's look at the PPT on the sign of main fund entry, which includes five types. Please rank these five signs in order of preference. Many of you may find main funds mysterious and elusive, right? So reply with one if you do. By the end of today's session, I will show you in 30 seconds whether your stock has a main fund and how strong they are. Please pay close attention to the following content. Please take a screenshot of the signs of main fund entry with the future reference. Just make sure you are making a good screenshot of it. So look at here, these are the signs of performance of operators player entering the market, right? So we have just talked about how to check whether the stock has a main funds or operators by focusing on the candlestick chart. Please type candlestick charts on the screen. So this is the candlestick chart we can see. So what is this called? It's a candlestick chart. Just look at it. It's a candlestick chart for you. So what do we call this? It's a candlestick chart, okay? Oh, we are not able to write it. So it's a candlestick chart. Basically, the first we see is the big bullish line. Just look at here. The first one which we see is the big bullish line, and it has the potential Like we can see where the main funds are making position it is. Just look at it, is the big bullish line, the first one. The second one we call the big bullish line limit, which shows the presence and performance of operators in the market. Thirdly, we have continuous big positive line. So when we are making a continuous big positive line, we saw the presence of operators in the stock. Fourth, we have continuous daily limit. So fourthly, we have a continuous daily limit where we will see the stock is rising on a continuous basis, and it's a sign of purely operators entering into the stock. Fifthly, we have continuous rise. It is one of the most important to look. When the stock is rising continuously, there must be a presence of operator in it. So reply one if you think that is retailers, can retailers make stock to rise continuously? This fifth continuous rise, the fifth candlestick, can you think retailers can cause the stock to rise continuously? No, it's not possible. And because retailer have a large amount of money which are unutilized, and they are not able to push the stock, they just book the profits at the lower level and get out of the market. They are not able to make profit very often, right? We will discuss with an example later to understand why this happens. Is it because retailers have a large amount of money they haven't utilized properly? They often just look at some stocks without figuring out the role of main funds. Our aim is to identify the main funds and inform the audience about it. Most of you replied with two. Retail trader can cause the stock to have a large bullistic candles, but they cannot cause it to rise continuously. So retailers basically can cause this number one, but they cannot cause the stock to rise very continuously, right? They cannot cause the stock to rise continuously. The most of you think, right, the following content is very crucial. Please stay focused on the contents. Please stay focused. Next, we will analyze whether the certain stock deserve attention. Do you have the stocks that experience a significant drop followed by a bottom consolidation? Have you seen any stock which have been falling deeply and have a bottom consolidation going on in the stock? Right, we have seen many stocks where the stock falls a lot and the bottom consolidation goes, which show a sign of operators, right? And we have to understand, is there any presence of operators or not, right? After that, we will know, does a stock rise have anything to do with how much it has fallen? Reply with one if you think so, and two if you don't. The answer is no. Does the stock rise have anything to do with its inability to fall further? Do you think, does a stock rise have anything to do with its inability to fall further? Reply with one if you think so, and two if you don't. If you understand these 2 points, you have grasped the essence of today's session. Many stocks in the market only rises with an upward trend. Only rising stocks are safe. These two are the common misconception among traders. Let me clarify: a stock rises nothing to do how much it has fallen or its inability to fall further. Many traders here buy stocks because they have fallen a lot but end up getting stuck. This is the human nature. Please type these two sentences on the screen. Don't buy stocks just because they have fallen a lot, and don't buy stocks just because they have stopped falling, right? So we will dive into the practical examples. For today's session, we will cover two most important things for you. What are the two most important things? Whether there is a main fund involved, how much it has cost for the main fund to take position. So firstly, we will analyze whether the stock has presence of all these main funds, this candlestick pattern, and at what position, at what cost the main funds have taken the position. This will be the focus of today content, to help you and to make you understand more thoroughly, more properly. You can take notes during the live streaming session. I will also assign you some homework related to the session. For the homework part, I want to grow you through the holdings and identify if there are stocks with a main fund involved. Once you are done, send your finding to my assistant. I will review them and analyze the individual stocks. Let's analyze whether there is a main fund in play from point A to B. The stock is going down, and from B to C there's a consolidation happening. We will watch that stocks only. And for the homework part, once we're done with the main fund analysis, you'll just go through and watch your watch list and analyze whether the stock has a main fund or not. So let's have a deep look on the particular stock from our holding. So this is our holding as of now, right? Just look at it: RBL Bank, DDV Plastic, Annapurna. So what do you want? Which stock to go through and analyze whether the stock have a main presence of main fund or not? Just let me know if you want to know about it, whether stock have main fund or not, right? So let's analyze Kriti, whether the stock is having main funds or not. So we'll just go through it. The Kriti has taking a dip, and we will let you know the stock is having the main funds or not. Right? So just have a look on Kriti. Right, from this is the peak point we can see, and this is the peak point and this is the lowest point, and the stock is consolidating as of now. So we'll just mark that up with an arrow. We'll just add this arrow till it's low. So this is the point we are seeing for Kriti Industries, and we will make another arrow from point B to C. We will tell this arrow as point A to B, and the second arrow will be at point B to C. So this is the second arrow we can make. We'll just add that text in it, right? We'll just add that text so you are having a clear view on it. Uh, so we have a point A here, right? And point B here. So this is the point B, and we have a point C with where the stock is currently trading. So from point A to B, can anyone find the resistance from point A to B? Can anyone find resistance from A to B? Is anyone able to find the resistance from A to B? Any one of you? Yes. Many of you have replied yes. There are presence of resistance. So what is the presence of resistance? Right? Yes. So let's have a look where we have the resistance, guys. So here, just from point A to B, we are seeing the resistance point is here. The second resistance point is here, right? And the third resistance point is here. So this is the point of resistance. 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 points of resistance from A to B. So there are 3 resistance present. Now, just have a look. Can you find main funds from point A to B? Can you find the presence of main funds from A to B? Main funds from A to B. So can you find the presence of main fund from A to B? Just look at it from A to B. Can you find the presence of main funds? I guess it's making a green candle, but it's not. It's a sign of main fund. I guess we cannot find the presence of main fund from point A to B. So no main funds are present from point A to B. Just look at here. No main funds are present from point A to B. So we just have to look from point B to C. Can you find the presence of main funds here? I will just zooming it from B to C. Can you find the presence of main fund? So we are not able to find the main stocks or main fund from point B to C. So we'll just make a cross. We are not able to find the presence of main funds in Kriti Industries as of now, and we are going moving to the another stock, right? We are not able to find the presence of main funds because. So now have a look on RBL Bank. Let's have a look on RBL Bank. Is there any presence of main funds or not? Right. So having a look on RBL Bank, just look at it. So the RBL Bank is been falling continuously. Just have a look. RBL Bank has fallen continuously, and we will check if the RBL Bank can have a can show us the presence of main fund. So this is the point of highest level, and we have our RBL Bank has fallen a grade. So just have a look. We'll just make a graph arrow from the peak point of RBL Bank. Just look at it. So here will be the arrow, and the downfall where it started consolidating will be at this point. So this is the point of consolidation for the RBL Bank. From this point A to B, RBL Bank has taken a lot of dip, and at this point it is showing a sign of consolidation. So we'll make another arrow from point B to C where it is trading currently, right? So just have a look. We'll just mention that point from A to B whether stock have a main fund or not. So this will mark as point A, right? So this will we will mark the point A, and coming down. So just remove this. Coming down, this will be your point B to C. So this will be a point B where the first arrow ends and where the stock has stopped fallen, and this will be the point C. So this is the point A B to C. So just have a look whether it has a presence of main funds or not, right? So first we will know what we will know whether the stock has resistance or not, right? Whether the stock has resistance from B to C. Just look at it from A to B. Is there any presence of resistance? Yes, there is a presence of resistance, guys. We can see from A to B. Here is the point of resistance. Just look at it. Here we have seen the resistance occurring, right? So here we can see the point of resistance. Here the points of resistance was there, and there are two resistance present from point A to B. So yes, there is a presence of resistance. Now can you find the presence of main funds in it? Can you find the presence of main fund from point A to B? So just look at it. We can find the presence of main fund from its continuous size 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here we can find the presence of main funds. So who is this main fund? Are this old main fund or a new main fund? Just look at it. It's the old main fund or a new main fund. Just let me know it's the old or a new main fund. It's the old main fund, right? It's the old main fund entering into the market and trying to make the position higher. Now look at it. There are many main funds here, right? First one is here. So just have a look. We have from point B to C. Can you find the presence of main funds? Anyone, guys? We have found the presence of main funds at this also. Just look at it, right? Just look at it. We have find the presence of main funds. So we are seeing this is a sign of a continuous big positive line which is RBL Bank was making, and a continuous daily limit which is a sign of main fund, and we have seen in the RBL Bank. Just look at it. We are able to see the presence of main funds here too in RBL Bank, right? We are able to see the presence of main fund at this point from B to C, right? And at this point, so this is the sign of main funds we are clearly able to see. So we just have to look. This is the old main fund which is trying to push back the market, which is trying to push back from point A to B. But these are the new main fund. So just make an analysis of it, whether the stock has a old main fund or a new main fund, right? So just have a look. There is a strong fall here, right? There's a strong fall at from point A to B. There's a strong fall, I guess, guys, right? So just have a look. There is a strong fall appearing at this level. So there is a strong fall, and now we will see, right? We will just make our arrow to see there has been a sign of, so just there is a strong fall, and we will have to look. There is presence of resistance or no resistance. So first we'll write resistance, no resistance in it. Secondly, we will write presence of resistance. Secondly, we will know, is there any presence of, is the resistance occurring because of retailers or main fund? Just look at it. It's not the retailers who is causing the resistance. Retailers may have averaged down their stocks. It's the main funds, they are trying to move the market, right? It's the main fund. Look at here, here, and here. So the main resistance is coming from the main fund. So just we have to make our arrow the main fund it, right? So the main resistance, or it's invalid because the resistance is coming from the main fund. So we write it for main funds. The main resistance is coming. So we'll write it here. The main resistance is coming here. Just have a look. And secondly, we have it for invalid. It's invalid for retailers because retailers are not causing the stock to rise. So it's a main resistance which is coming from the main fund. Just have a look in the RBL bank. So we have to analyze, it's a old main fund or a new main fund. The resistance is coming from the old or the new main funds, right? So here look, we have seen the presence of old main fund. This is the presence of old main fund. Just have a look. It's a presence of old main funds. And this is the presence of new main funds who are trying to make positions in the market. So these are the presence of new main funds. So this is the presence of new main funds, and here old main fund was trying to push back the market. So we'll just add that up, right? We'll just add that up. It's old main force, old main force. Okay, and now old main force, or we will add, it's a new main force. Old main force or the new main force. And now we will again make an arrow to define how the old main force and the new main funds work. So we'll just put an arrow here, and we will define the old main force and the new main force. So talking about the old and new, what old main force can react up to, we can see the old main force can either protect its capital and self-rescue itself. So main funds, old main funds, what they do, they first try to protect the stock. They first try to protect the stock. Just look at it. They were trying to protect it from falling, but the stock kept on falling, and the new main funds, the new operators start making positions. And secondly, what the old main funds do, they usually do self-rescue. So they usually self-rescue themselves. So we have seen they do this self-rescue, they protect themselves and do this self-rescue. Whereas what new main funds do, they make the new positions, they open up the position, right? So here they open up the position. So here they open up the position, they do the, so we have come to know when there is a strong fall from point A to B, we have to find the presence of resistance or no resistance. So we can see there was a presence of resistance at this point and this point. With who were causing this resistance? It is for retailers or the main funds. We can see the resistance was caused by the main resistance was there, main fund presence was there, and after that there were two main forces which were acting, the new main force and the old main force. And in that, what we have seen, the old main force was trying to protect its capital at this level, and they also self rescued themselves once the stock started falling, right? And secondly, we had new main force which was trying to open the position for it. So they are maintained and they are trying to open up a position here, and we will just have a look how it is doing now. So this was the, so just have a look, this was the candles which we are seeing, the performance of operator clearing entering the market. What we conditions required to form a big bullish line? There should be a consistent direction, large amount of funds, continuous trading, and there should be a continuous trading for it, and there should be correction direction, right? Also, I want to make you clear that don't buy just because the price has fallen. Don't buy because it can fall more. Like, don't buy just because it won't fall, right? You have to find the presence of main fund, the presence of operators, the presence of main force acting, and the leaders of operators in it, and we have to follow them and follow their strategies to be much more aware and make a position accordingly, and then only you will be making profits in the market, and then only you will be gaining a lot and lot of profits. Just remember, don't buy just because the price has fallen. It may be a trap for you, it's maybe a trap for retailers. Just don't buy just because it won't fall. Stay tuned for next live session. We will be back at tomorrow morning, and we'll be discussing with live market analysis. Till then, happy investing, stay profitable.